Welcome back to Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition 2025. Previous couple of episodes, we were working on Institute Radiant quests with, the goal of attaining maximum affinity with X6. And that was a lot of repetitive back and forth, repetitive quests until we achieved that. So there really wasn't any reason to capture that on an episode. But you can see here that we got shield harmonics with our achievement of maximum affinity with X6. So we are going to continue now. We're going to drop him like a hot potato, and we're going to pick up Dance, and we'll continue with the Brotherhood of Steel. Now, where did Dance get to?
Time to talk? Great.
MacCready keeps acting like he wants to talk to me. I've got his affinity, so I don't know if he just wants to express his gratitude or what. Or if it's just like nothing. I don't know where Dance went. I guess he likes sleeping in here.
I always wanted to say that.
Hey.
There you are. I almost thought you forgot about me.
Actually, I'll be back later.
You won't take me with you? Thanks a lot, partner.
There's like petty jealousies forming. Oh. What are these random weapons laying here? 25 aluminum. We'll scrap them. We don't need those. We do need Dance, though. There he is.
With the Brotherhood behind us, we'll never fall.
I'm trying to get in front of you, bro. Why'd you turn your back?
Now, I'd still like to know what you think about Scribe Haylen.
Oh, a speech check.
She's as dedicated as they come. Real team player.
I couldn't agree more. But I wasn't looking for an evaluation of her performance as a scribe. I wanted to know what you thought of Haylen as a person.
As a person? It's not like you to ask me something like that.
No, it's not. The truth is, I'm worried about her. Since you and I are getting along so well, I felt like I could confide in you about her, to get your honest opinion.
I appreciate that you value my opinion so highly. Tell me what's on your mind.
Let me explain everything from the beginning. A few months before you found us, one of my men was shot multiple times by raiders. Haylen stayed by that knight's side for 2 days straight, without sleep, fighting to keep him alive. But he was on a slow decline. I decided that his suffering needed to end, and ordered Haylen to administer an overdose of painkillers, so he could die with dignity. Even though I'm certain she wanted to continue fighting for that knight's life. She injected him without question.
She did the right thing.
Of course she did. But the decision whether or not to ease that soldier's suffering isn't the point here. The point is what happened later that same evening. Haylen approached me while I was on watch. She didn't say a word, but I could tell something was wrong. After what felt like an eternity, she collapsed into my arms, crying. I didn't know what to do, so I just held her for a while. A few minutes later, she stopped, kissed me on the cheek, and simply said, "Thank you," before heading back into the police station. Right then it hit me. Maybe I pushed her too hard. I ordered her to ignore her instincts, to do something her medical training told her was wrong. That's why I'm worried about her, and for that matter, everyone under my command.
Haylen will be fine. It's you that I'm worried about.
Me? I see what you're getting at. I guess I never thought of it that way. Look, 4 soldiers. Over half of my team are gone. Each one of them died because of decisions that I made. I understand the risks that come with the job. We all do. But how can anyone have confidence in me anymore? Hell, how can I have confidence in myself?
The way you held Halen tells me you care about them. And they care about you.
I never thought of it that way. Well, it looks like things have taken a turn. I signed up to be your sponsor, so I teach you everything that I know. But it looks like I'm the one that needed the lesson today. All joking aside, I'm pleased that we had this discussion. And with all the problems you're facing, you still took the time to listen. It's comforting to know that I can speak to you as more than just your commanding officer.
Does this mean you'd be there to hold me if I ever needed it?
I don't know. I never thought you'd ask me something like that. It would depend on the circumstances, but I suppose we'll just have to see what happens when the time comes. Anyway, thanks for letting me get that off my shoulders. I think it's been weighing on me more than I realized. I'm only sorry you had to see me at my worst, instead of at my best.
Excuse me, Paladin Danse?
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Ready.
Roger that.
You have the training and equipment to handle this assignment. The Institute's future will be in good hands.
Don't mistake my tolerance of your existence for friendship, Synth. We have nothing to say to each other.
Hey.
Since we're finished with X6, we're going to continue the Brotherhood of Steel quest line. We'll do the Brotherhood of Steel ending. Only because I don't want to miss Dance's full story. It's a pretty good story. If you've never experienced it, feel free to tag along. It's one of the better stories in the game.
If it was up to me, I'd take every feral beauty and synth and shoot him into space.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
You didn't expect me to survive the trip?
A device like the Signal Interceptor is way out of my league. I was hoping you'd make it, but I find it tough to have faith in technology I don't understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
Hopefully, it'll reveal a weakness in their defenses.
That would be the best case scenario. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. I believe Elder Maxson gave you all of the details? Good luck, Knight.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Prydwen. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
We're getting a 3% Z-tilt. Adjusting thrust recommended.
You think the Commonwealth looks bad? You should see the capital wasteland.
I'm taking demolition perk, anticipating going to Nuka World.
Can't talk right now. Gotta clean the Mirelurk scab.
I'm also going to work on, I should be working on the medic perk. Yeah, I really should be working on that as well. That's a pretty tough DLC. I like Far Harbor much better than Nuka World, but Nuka World's pretty cool.
So, I bet you're eager
But
to
those
get your hands dirty.
end battles, when you have to kind of eliminate all the factions, is that's tough. That's a tough battle. Even with power armor, I end up, you know,
Proctor
usually end up dying a few
I
times
bet
doing
you're
that
eager
one.
to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll help us crush the Institute.
It will, but we've got a lot of work ahead of us first. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new... This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing them back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's gonna take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
There's gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance on the Prydwen, so you'd think it'd be a snap. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
I can't believe super mutants were human.
Attention! Halbert Pilot to Station Epsilon. Halbert Pilot report to Station Epsilon. That is all.
If Dumb and Ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime...
You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
And we want to stop the Institute from using its technological superiority as a weapon.
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face. But coming from you, it sounds like you actually mean it. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
When I get off duty, that Salisbury steak is mine.
Hesitating to pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth scum can be fatal.
Just a lot of running back and forth between the Prydwen and the airport. It's like, can't you people just get in one place?
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Sure, anything you need.
That's what I love about you. You're ready to leap into action, and I bet you don't have the faintest idea what I'm talking about. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
So, in previous episodes, I don't know if you saw that, the Trapper attack on the visitor center is completed. That has been stuck, and in my quest queue for quite a while, hours of playtime. But in anticipation of that happening when I wasn't there, I really beefed up the defenses, so it seems like that worked. But I want to go see if there's any like dead trappers laying around. Or if they already just like took care of it and cleaned it up. So yeah, seems like that's what happened. I'm glad it's off the queue. Because that bothers me when there's a quest sitting there and it just like it's glitched and it won't activate. Let's see if somebody talks to me.
I just want to trade a few things.
Nope.
A lot of people only got the clothes on their back.
So whatever happened without me, and all evidence is cleaned up. I'll take it.
It was nothing.
Send them back to hell. We may have a problem here. Get him! Anything useful? You hear that?
What? Who's there?
Hold up. I think we're being stalked.
Let's fly, little human!
Yeah, he got me. I gotta snipe him.
I don't think we're alone.
Now I'm pretty safe.
Come on! Let's fly! What do you do?
Not gonna make it. Found them!
I am super mutant! I am unstoppable!
Remain nice. Long live the Brotherhood.
You humans made us! Now suffer for your arrogance! Go ahead and hide, little bleeder!
For glory!
Face me, you coward! Ah! You move too much! Someone there?
I'm not used to using these gamma guns.
That's it.
What?
Oh, I thought you were dead.
Gone! Spineless human! You have to come out sooner or later.
Not too bad. It's not my favorite, but it got me through this mission.
Air human. Slippery humans!
How's the old luck?
Go ahead and hide, little bleeder! Gone now. Pity.
One more in here somewhere. I don't need them.
You believe synths are replacing humans with exact duplicates? Make me sick.
I got confused there. Thought I was looking for Ingram. I only picked up one magnet. I thought I needed 4 of them. I know I can buy them. I might even have one in the old workbench at Sanctuary. Oh, I can build 5.
The Institute and the technological abominations need to be stopped at any cost.
Proctor Ingram?
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
Shouldn't be a problem. Just tell me where they are.
I wish I could. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs. The same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's air force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
She's right.
Of course she's right. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
I'll head out there immediately.
Good, because that's exactly what we're asking you to do. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up, and you can say hello. Good luck, Knight.
I don't know about Scribe Mariah,
I've got about 20 minutes left on this video, so I'm going to run back, get some power armor, and pretty much know what's ahead. I'm going to drop off these gamma guns. They're fun, but
Feels like you can take on the world in there, doesn't it? Too shabby.
I just want to make sure I'm at 100%. I usually repair these suits as soon as I get back, but see, this one I didn't. I don't like to put them away damaged.
Yeah?
Carla.
You again. Here to trade?
Sure. Let's take a look.
You break it, you buy it.
Oh, 5.56. Yeah, 1,400 rounds.
Carla.
You again. Here to...
Uh-huh. Sure. Let's take a look.
Always happy to make a sale.
Old habits die hard. I need my 393 caps.
Nice to have someone else to depend on, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Trying to pick the path of least resistance. I don't want to get into major fights on the way here. Oh yeah. Where are you going to pop out at? Oops. I thought they were Enclave because they're highlighted.
It's good to see you again. Come back. You don't have all the equipment you need, Knight.
Duty shift was long, but I'm glad we're making a difference out here.
Scribe Halen?
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
Thanks, Halen. I assume the place is still in one piece.
We're doing the best that we can. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
That's not surprising. After all, it's in good hands.
I appreciate that. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
Doesn't sound too difficult.
Ah, no. Not at all. You're only heading back into the most inhospitable place in the entire Commonwealth. Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.
Hey, Knight.
I believe that this is a bomb disposal facility.
Lost him.
Yeah, we're going down. You don't have to... I don't think I can... Can I? Yeah, no. They're not ready to open yet. I mean, I can just take the shortcut.
This looks like a good place to rest.
Rest? We ain't trying to rest, sir. Now I should be able to open the blast doors. Dan, so you're saying it's good in the hood?
Got it.
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
It's all right, brother. I am a child of Atom, too. I'm part of a church up north, the Nucleus, near a town called Far Harbor.
Far Harbor? You've seen Atom's holy veil, but you have traveled so far. I apologize. I will not keep you from finishing your pilgrimage. Take this, and prepare to enter his inner sanctum. Follow the brilliance of the glow, and it shall lead you to the relics. May Atom's radiance warm your soul.
Thanks for watching. We'll continue this in the next episode. We're almost done.